Over the past few years, the landscape in golf instruction has shifted somewhat, with many people choosing to take their golf instruction online. Online lessons allow you to connect with a coach across the world, which would never have been possible before. And with platforms like Skillest offering coaches and golfers a fantastic way to communicate with each other, the world of online golf instruction is here to stay. If you're thinking about taking online lessons, please watch this video, which will explain how to film your swing in a way that will allow your coach to provide you with the best analysis possible and provide you with a consistent footage and feedback of your swing that will allow you to make genuine improvements. So armed with a smartphone and a tripod, let's go ahead and show you how you can film the perfect footage of your golf swing to provide you with the best possible footage to get maximum results from your online instruction. The most important thing when it comes to filming your swing is that you are consistent. You find consistent camera angles, camera positions, so that you can view the swing from the same place. And the first thing that you simply must invest in is a tripod. It's not good enough to balance your phone somewhere or try to find a way to secure it. Even asking your friend to hold your phone while they film you at the driving range simply isn't gonna work. You need a tripod to make sure that every single shot is steady and shake free. So very first thing to do, make sure you invest in a tripod. They're not expensive and the benefit will come back to you 10 times over. The second thing is to ensure that the camera is positioned far enough away from the golfer that from both down the line and face on, there's enough space not just to see you, but to see the entire travel of the club throughout the time and space of the backswing, the downswing, and into the follow through. I see swings submitted every single week where they need to be reshot because at some point in time the club head disappears out of shot, or the golfer's too close to the camera and we can't see all of the body. So it's very important you take the time to get the camera positioned far enough away from you that you're able to capture not just you, but the travel of the shaft and the club head. Next up is camera height, and again, please be consistent. If you have a tripod, you're going to be able to find a height there that works for you every single time. And my recommendation would be that you're filming somewhere between sort of navel and sternum height. So around this mid part of your body is a good guide. But whatever you choose to do anywhere in this range, be consistent. Use your tripod, as I say, that should give you a guide for being able to set the camera up the same way every time. Next up, get the camera level to the ground. And this isn't as easy as it looks sometimes, especially if you're outdoors. So using a range mat, using the edge of the mat, you can position your camera and use your camera to use that as your guideline for whether the camera is tilted too much to the left or the right. The stick that I've placed at the back of the mat here would be a little trick that you can use when you're outdoors on the grass to make sure that you're able to align the camera to something on the ground. So this stick that you would place on the grass would allow you to get the camera and use as a reference to get the camera aligned to. Take the time to get the camera far enough away and level to the ground, then you're going to be watching footage that's much more reliable and submitting footage for your online instruction that's far more usable. Last thing on the level to the ground thing, all of your smartphones are going to have an edit feature that allow you to change the orientation of the footage should you have shot it slightly off center. So go ahead and take a look at it after you've filmed. If you need to make that little adjustment, go ahead and do it. Remember, consistent camera angles, consistent footage leads to consistent analysis and consistent feedback. And from down the line, you need to position this camera so that it's on the hand path. The stick that's on the ground here sits directly underneath my hands at setup, and it's the angle that you should be filming from. Again, consistency is key. Make sure you don't get this one wrong. It's important that the angle that you film from is the same each time. The swing's going to look very different if you start to position the camera off center. So stick on the ground to align the camera underneath or along the hand path. That's the camera angle you're looking for your down the line video. And similarly, from this face-on view, or caddy view as this camera angle is often referred to, we need to follow the same rules. So distance that the camera is from the golfer, make sure that you're in the shot, all of you, plus the shaft and the club head as it travels back and around you in the backswing, the downswing, and into the follow through. Make sure the camera is level to the ground. That's going to be the use of this stick again on the ground. Get it parallel to your target line if you're outside on the grass, and you can be able to use that as your reference for making sure the camera is level to the ground. And finally, keep that camera height consistent. Somewhere between the navel and the sternum is a fantastic spot for you to aim for. And just make sure you're keeping that camera height consistent across all of your footage. The better the quality of the films that you submit for your online instruction, the better the analysis will be from your coach. So if you're looking to make genuine improvements in your game via this online platform, then it's really important that you're taking the time to make sure that the quality of the footage that you're providing your coach is as good as it can be. Thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in taking online lessons with me, you can find me on the Skillest platform, and you can use the voucher code YouTube to get 10% off your first lesson. If you have any further questions or comments regarding online golf lessons, you can get down into the comments and ask those. And if you're somebody who's taken online instruction with other instructors around the world, please share your experience down in the comments and let me know and the other viewers know what your experience was like. It'll be very useful to hear your stories, both good and bad, of your online instruction experience. I've been extremely fortunate to work with hundreds of golfers across the world via the Skillest platform, and Skillest truly is the #1 golf instruction platform online. If you haven't seen it yet, do go and check it out. You can search my profile. There's hundreds of other coaches on there as well. Take a look and check out your first online lesson. Part of the online lesson experience is helping you to create practice stations that allow you to make your practice time the most efficient and expedite the improvement process. If you're interested in learning more about practice stations and training aids that we use, check out this playlist next, which discusses a number of different training aids which I think really help golfers improve more quickly.